Everybody, Jeff Wilson here with the Wilson team at Front Point Mortgage, coming to you with our Monday market update. Last week was crazy. We had large peaks and valleys in mortgage-backed securities, which caused rates to go up and down violently throughout the week. But ultimately, week over week, the rates are almost exactly the same today as they were a week ago. So it was a crazy week, wild ride, lock, don't lock. We didn't know what to do. It just did the best we could. So there wasn't a boring day when it came to the markets when they reopened last Tuesday. All of this is because of those reports that came out I was talking about last week. We had the Consumer Price Index, we had Producer Price Index, we had mortgage application numbers, 10-year Treasury, jobless claims, and that mortgage auction, that 30-year mortgage option. All of that caused craziness in the market, but here we are today as if it never happened. So what happened? Well, both the Producer Price Index report and the Consumer Price Index report showed higher inflation than what we were expecting. So that's, it is what it is. We don't want to predict what that means anymore. The year over year numbers have inflation staying the same. So they're higher now than what we thought they were going to be, but that doesn't really mean much. It still shows that our inflation numbers are the same year over year so the same as last year. So inflation is kind of right where people are expecting it to be. All these predictions have been useless at this point. They did cause some initial movement in the better direction for rates, but like I said, peaks, valleys, other reports came out and kind of neutralized those so that we don't have a better interest rate week this week than we did last week. The initial job claims were low. So initial jobless claims show what people are doing in regards to employment. It'll show if there's a lot of people filing for unemployment. That means that there's been movement in the marketplace to, terminate people, to have people, lose their jobs and file claims so that they can get paid by their state governments. That was something that didn't happen to a very large number. It was pretty low actually. So it shows that people are keeping their jobs. Mortgage applications shows that they are down 19% year over year. So last year was brutal year over year numbers. This year, that's the biggest number I've seen, 19% down year over year, meaning that 19% less people are taking out mortgages today than they did a year ago today. And refinances are essentially non-existent. So most of that is purchase numbers. So that means 1 out of every 5 people who were buying a home last year aren't buying one right now. Okay, so what's on tap for this week? Not a whole lot, really. We have some retail sale numbers that are coming out. NAHB housing market index numbers are coming out. Those could be important, probably not though. The housing starts and permits are the ones I'll be looking at. That just goes because San Diego, we really need to know what's being built here. So the housing starts and permits are an important number for me and for our industry here in San Diego to see how many houses are being initiated to be sold or built and sold. So because we have a housing shortage, we need to know what those numbers look like. And then Thursday, we have another initial jobless claims report coming from another source. So we'll see if that number is the same as last week's number. And if it is, then no movement in the market. But if that number comes out and shows just a little bit more initial jobless claims, so people say, if that report shows that more people lost their jobs and filed for unemployment, then we could see a jerk in the right direction for interest rates. So we'll keep an eye on that report on Thursday. So the only real market mover on rates this week will probably be Thursday. So you're pretty safe with your homes that you're getting under contract this weekend, and just kind of let them get into escrow, kind of let them do their things, but maybe make sure that your loan officers lock in their interest rate by Wednesday. So anyways, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. Have a great week. And of course, this is Jeff Wilson with the Wilson team at Front Point Mortgage, where we are upfront and to the point.